My name is Aaron Choulai. I am the Artistic Director of the Australian Art Orchestra. The Australian Art Orchestra is Australia's premier creative music ensemble that celebrates jazz and improvised music as a connective element to bring together the diversity of artists and artistic practice in this country. This November 15th, we are celebrating our 30th year with a special anniversary concert at the Melbourne Recital Centre. This concert brings together 3 generations of the Australian Art Orchestra across 30 years of activity, celebrating the culture, the works, and the legacy that the Australian Art Orchestra has fostered since its inception in 1994. This concert will feature 2 new works, one from myself and one from associate artist Sofia Carbonara, as well as 2 AAO legacy works that will be reimagined and rearranged for the ensemble as it is today, and will feature 2 new exciting collaborators to the AAO, Hikaru Tanaka and Kutcha Edwards. Musically, something that I'm really looking forward to in this concert is bringing back Ringing the Bell Backwards, which is AAO's first work that was written by Paul Grabowsky back in 1994.
Ring the Bell Backwards is a suite of pieces. Each one of them is based on a separate European popular song. They grew out of these different projects. One of them was a project based around the music of Edith Piaf, and then we did one based around songs drawn from the movies made in Germany in the 1920s and 30s and 40s. We used technology quite radically for the time in which we were doing it. There was a lot of sampling, but I would always refer to classical music and really mess with the status that these classical music moments had in culture. It's going to be very exciting for me to see what Aaron does with it, seeing these incredible young players who really are bringing new energy into it.
We will also be rearranging and restaging a work written by Peter Knight titled The Plains.
I'm presenting one of the compositions that I wrote for the Australian Art Orchestra called The Plains, which is inspired by one of Australia's great authors, Gerald Murnane's book of the same name. It's a piece that I feel particularly close to and that I'm really excited to present again. I'm so excited to be coming back into the fold for the 30th anniversary. Working with the community of musicians that make up the Australian Art Orchestra is one of the great privileges and pleasures of my life.
We also have a chance to premiere a new work written by our associate artist Sofia Carbonara.
I was super excited to hear that a piece that I was writing would be featured on the event because it feels like a really special event for the organization. And I've been thinking about working with samplers and working with other ways of connecting the sound of the vibraphone with other instruments. And the AAO has opened me up to these different ways of working. It's been a really exciting year playing with the ensemble.
I'm looking forward to premiering a new work of my own, which will feature Tokyo-based MC Hikaru Tanaka. And together we will use rhyme schemes and flow as a creative musical language to explore and find new pathways of experimentation across jazz, improvised music, and hip-hop. What I'm really looking forward to in this concert is bringing together the community that has made the Australian Art Orchestra what it is over the past 30 years. Not just the community of musicians, but the community of audience, supporters, and everyone who's really been a part of AAO's legacy.
The 30th anniversary concert for me is something that I'm really looking forward to because it brings together 30 years of history. I was actually born in the year that the Australian Art Orchestra was founded. So in a way, it kind of gives me this really interesting perspective of a lifetime of music making.
This is a one-time concert where we get to tell the story of the Australian Art Orchestra. And by doing that, I think we get to tell a story of not only our sector, but the diversity of artists and artistic practice and artistic excellence that we have in this country.